All right, everybody. This has been an interview years, literally, in the making. I've been a fan since your live EP, Get to Know Me. Is that what it's called, right?
Yeah. Get to
know
me.
Ever since then, it's usually when you meet a new artist, you don't usually buy things off of iTunes for them. But I was so impressed by the video that I said, "Oh wow, who is this guy?" So ever since then, I've been trying to get an interview. And who would think that you would be here in New York, SOBs? Right. Finally, we're here, 2012. It's the holidays.
Yep.
Mateo is here on KEMPIRE Radio. Thank you so much for taking the time out to do this.
I'm glad we were able to finally do this then.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
First, let's just kind of talk about how everything has come to this point where you're working with, of course, Krucial, who's huge in the game, amazing producer and songwriter. How did that happen after leaving MySpace Records and everything?
Well, while I was at MySpace Records, I mean, we actually had just done the Get to Know Me Live EP, that whole thing you're talking about. We had a song called Complicated that we wanted to do. You familiar with it?
Of course. I'm a fan.
All right, cool. We needed a remix for it. So at the time, I was working with this guy, Philippe, who used to be a VJ on TRL, and he introduced me to Kerry Krucial Brothers, to do a remix for it. And then ever since then, we just kind of kept in contact. Whenever I was in New York, I would come through. In LA, I would come through as the studio, and we just built a relationship. So when the MySpace thing was fizzling out, he was like, I'm starting my own new label, and I want you to be one of my first artists. And it was it was like the perfect marriage, I feel like, because, I mean, what he did with Alicia was, you know, they created a new sound, and it had an organic bass to it, and they weren't chasing radio. That's another thing. Like, they did their own thing, but they won with it. Like, they won mainstream with it. Yeah. And that's kind of the thing I've always wanted to do. So it was a match made in heaven.
For those that aren't familiar with you, I mean, you do have a very large fan base, but for those that are not familiar with your sound, how would you describe the Mateo sound? Especially in this world of Trey Songz and Chris Brown and so many other artists, how does Mateo stray away from all of that, or does he?
I think it's very different than a lot of those guys. I mean, it's mostly, you know, it's piano based. A lot of it, it starts from that bass. I've always felt like if you strip down the production, and the song is not dope still, it can't be sung over guitar or piano or something like that, then it's not a great song. And that's some of the things that we always try to do. And I think it's also, you know, R&B used to own the concept of love. You know what I mean, and romance, and we used to own it. That was us. You know what I'm saying? You think about Marvin Gaye, you think about Donny Hathaway, Stevie Wonder, and I think that we've gotten away from that. You know what I mean? And it's become a lot different. You know, I respect the other stuff, but one of the things I want to try to do is really bring back the concept of love in music, and especially to this generation. And also I'm always about mixing genres. I mix. You know, I love R&B, but I love alternative rock. I love Coldplay. I love all these types of things. I love Kanye, hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I love all that. So we're trying to really mix all that in so that we could create a really, really distinct sound.
And a lot of people, if they've heard some of your stuff in your covers and things like that, they will definitely kind of tell that's what you listen to. But who are some of the people that have inspired you as an artist?
It's so many. I mean, especially old school. I mean, we think Stevie Wonder, Donny Hathaway, Whitney Houston, of course, like Lauryn Hill, love her. Even more current people like you know, Adele inspires me. You know, I think that she's amazing because she was able to do her sound, do her, and you know, and do really well with it. And that's something that every artist wants to do. And of course, Coldplay. I'm a big Coldplay Radiohead fan. Like, that's my stuff.
You know, because we have a large, you know, R&B, hip hop listenership. Yeah. But can you explain? Because I think it's important for people to understand why, you know, you mentioned an artist like Coldplay. What's so dope about Coldplay?
Coldplay makes music that I feel like it's music that fills arenas. You know what I'm saying? It's that music that people scream out, and it takes you to a euphoric place. And one of the things that reasons why they inspired me is because I've always felt like in urban music we didn't really have, like, currently, the scream out type of music, the music that just takes you like to the next level. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the club and all about the you know knocking your head or whatever it is. So that's what's so great about them, and it's just good music. You know what I mean? It's just good music.
You know, the thing is, you know, like I said, I'm a fan. I've been listening to the music and the mixtapes for a very long time. Yeah. So now finally, your debut album is coming. A lot of people probably would have thought that's already happened. Right. But your debut album's coming. First of all, what's the single, and what can people expect from this album?
The single is Doubt. It's a song actually I did for a mixtape a couple years ago. And when we were, you know, shopping around, and I was signed to Krucial independently, and we put out this single called Say It So. And we started, you know, we're pushing it. We got some chart love off of it. Alicia Keys jumped on it. And we went up to Interscope. They loved the record, but then when they heard Doubt, they were like, yo, this is like a smash, right? So for a record that's 2 years old to come out is amazing. So that's coming out next month, man. Doubt's the record.
And the album, what can people expect from this album?
Just more Mateo.
What's the title?
Mateo goodness, huh?
What's the title there?
I have no title right now.
Okay.
I gotta figure it out. Once I feel like I'm listening to the whole thing, and I'm like, it's gonna hit me. But it should be better late than never, because you know what I'm saying. I'm been waiting for this for a while, but it's just all the music I love. Like as I said before, it's a mixture of all those genres, the types of music, and it's a lot of depth, a lot of stuff I've been going through. I mean, especially this year. You know, it's funny because you get signed, and you think it's gonna be like, you know, just great. You know, all I'm gonna do is be just running and smiling all the entire year, but I wasn't. I mean, it's a lot of grinding, it's a lot of nerves about what am I gonna do. You know, what kind of music does my label expect me to do? What do my fans want? You know what I mean? And so it's really deep. It's a really deep album. I think people really like it.
Any collaborations on there? Who are some of the producers you worked with as well?
Most of the production is in house. It's the Krucial Noise family. You know, Krucial, of course, producing. J.L. Brown, Zeke McCumber, some really dope producers. And collaborations, you know, we may have a couple more. I don't know yet. I don't know all of them.
Yeah, I'm still in the works.
We're still in the works with some collabs, but you know, there's some. You know, Stacey Barth might be on it, because one of the joints we did, Looking You Up, is, I don't know if you've heard that.
I just heard that today.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite joints, man. Off of the Sweet 823.
And Stacey's a very, very talented songwriter. Any collaboration that way?
Yeah. I mean, we saw each other last week, so I'm trying to get her in the studio. We can do some more stuff. You know?
Any dream collaborations?
Oh hell yeah, dream collaborations. I would love to do something with, you know, Kanye. I would love to do something with, of course, something like a duet with Alicia Keys. That'd be major. Yeah, I mean, Chris Martin. If there was ever a chance to do something like that, I would love to do that.
Speaking of Alicia Keys, has she given you any advice? Because I saw the video where she was talking. I mean, she gave you so much praise.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
And I mean, that's Alicia Keys,
yeah.
But any advice has she given you? I'm sure Krucial's given you a ton of advice, and we'll get to that. But has she given you any advice, especially in this music business? She's been in it for a minute.
She, you know, it's funny. She's probably giving me advice, not even knowing she has been doing it. You know what I mean? Like I've gotten to be in a studio with her a few times this year, and just her by example. You know what I mean? Like she's a huge star. She's beautiful. She's you know what I mean? She's drop dead gorgeous. But she's humble and she's real, you know what I mean? And you see the difference, like you see why she's where she's at, you know? I see the hard work she does. I see the just how she treats people, you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing that I think gives her longevity, and I hope, you know, that I can do that same thing.
As I said before, I've been listening to the music for a very long time, and I can't wait to hear the new album.
Yeah.
How has the music evolved since, you know, the Get to Know Me live EP?
Yeah. No, I was just thinking about that. I mean, the Get to Know Me live EP was more, like, I would say more organic, acoustic, more singer-songwriter-ish. You know what I mean? That's kind of more my roots, you know, just me and a piano. This time we're taking it to the stadium level. We're taking it with we got the big drums on it. We got, you know, I got some, you know, synths in there. It's just a mixture of all different types of things. And I feel like more and more, like, it gets more honest. It's more honest the more I do it, you know? And I think that's really where it's going.
What do you want your fans to know about you?
Yeah, I'm a human being like everybody else. A nerdy kid in high school, couldn't get no girls. But, you know, everything changes.
Everything changes. And what keeps you grounded? Because, you know, in this industry where people are giving you praise, I mean, you're getting praise from Alicia Keys and Krucial and all these, you know, heavyweights in the business. What keeps Mateo grounded?
Keeping grounded people around me. You know what I'm saying? People that can tell me, like, yo, I knew you when you have, you know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. Like those people and family, like they can really, really kind of check you when you're getting a little out of control. And yeah.
Anytime singers come here on the show, we're big on voices, and we're big fans of you. So can you sing us a little something for us? I know you're preparing for a show.
Yeah.
Just anything you want to sing.
Oh man, anything, huh? I still be loving you. I still be loving you. Still be loving you and holding you, baby. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, you already know I'm a fan, so I can't even judge right now. That was good, right?
Thank you. Thank you.
We're here at SOBs, so excited. What do you do to prepare for a show? Because we have a lot of up-and-coming artists that listen to the show. What do you do to prepare for a show? I see the water here.
Got my water. I make sure, it's funny, I drink a lot of water, so usually I have to pee like crazy before I get on stage. Tea, and it's just about, you know, staying present, not really worrying about if just things mess up, you just gotta go flow with it.
Yeah, because I asked you if you were nervous, and you were like, no, not really.
No, not really. I mean, I'll get a little nervous before I get on stage.
Right before. Yeah. What can people expect from tonight's show? What's the Mateos Show like? For those that have no idea who Mateo is, but I know it's not that many people. But for those that aren't familiar with
I still got a lot of people that don't know. It's just gonna be fun, yo. It's gonna be fun. Hopefully we both will be, you know, me and people in the audience will be sharing in the same experience, you know what I mean, music. And this is a special show because we have a lot of, you know, really talented artists that are singing tonight. I'm only singing a few songs, but, you know, hopefully we just have fun with it.
Most definitely. And, you know, before we let you go, we do a game called Finish the Sentence. Okay. Quickly, don't think too heavy on it.
Okay.
Just give me what first comes to your mind. I am most insecure when?
I have to sing in a boardroom, which I've had to do a lot of times when people are sitting around a table just looking at me.
Yeah,
that's
I can imagine.
Super insecure. Yeah.
What makes me the most angry is?
Probably bad customer service, yo. Like that just pisses me off, and especially when it's like at every level. Like you be like, for real, like it be fast food, it could be not Verizon. I don't want to say Verizon out loud, but whatever. Yeah, I'm not saying that as it had happened.
Not a sponsor,
I love Verizon, but you know what I'm saying. It could be anything. Phone company. I hate that. It just drives me crazy.
Love is
magic.
Life is
not a rehearsal.
The world needs
compassion.
The person I want to be most proud of me is
my mother.
I want my legacy to be
that I want my legacy to be that people remember where they were when they first heard my songs and what experience that was, so that whenever they hear that song over the years, it takes them back to that moment.
Wow. Mateo here on KEMPIRE Radio for the very first time. Mateo, thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man.